Hey, Gemini seekers. I was going to do Aries, but then I saw a butterfly right outside my window. I was like, I'm going to do Gemini. Hey, Gemini. How are you doing? I'm going to work with the After Tarot. Thank you for being here. You're like, I don't even know if I'm here yet, so don't take me by the word. Two of Pentacles. Maybe I'm going. Maybe I'm staying. I don't know. There's a ship and there's something on it and it's going somewhere, so maybe I'll get on it. Okay. Where is it going? Do you know that? Are you into the destination? Or are you just enamored by the ship? Because it's in movement, it's free, and it's impressive, and it has stories to tell. Yes. But where is it going? What's on the itinerary? Is that a place you want to get to? King of Wands, because you're at a point in your life, Jenny, that you know where you want to be or where you want to go. If you're seemingly confused, it's because you're used to be confused and you're used to having a dilemma. You're used to pondering of all the possibilities. But you yourself, at the moment, you already know. You also know where you don't want to go, out of Pentacles, where you don't want to come back to. What has definitely failed you and hurt you and left you stranded and in the cold. And was a constant struggle, Seven of Wands. And it seems to me like there's a ship that leads you straight back into this nonsense. Make sure you have the conversation, ask the right questions. Ask them, what do you see for us? Where is this leading to? What has changed? Four of Cups. What is it about the things that used to be highly problematic to you and hurtful, toxic, and made you or them or both of you feel insecure, like, and that taught you that love is a battlefield? What is it about them and the dynamic between the two of you that really truly changed? Are you sure you want to take that ride? Because maybe there's another ride. Maybe there's another ride right behind you that you're turning your back to. Because it's too real. It's too truthful. And there's no drama. It just works out. There's just love and simplicity. But that's not dramatic enough. Not interesting enough. Not painful enough. Since when is misery considered theatrical good drama? So ahead of you, or not ahead of is not the right word. what you're debating, perhaps, you're doing it from a place of the devil energy, of neglect, of needing that hit, of what you know hurts you, but you're used to, you're good at it. You call it keeping things interesting. You call it passion. Who made you get used to poison? Who gave it to you drop after drop after drop, either growing up when you're young, your young self? Was it your parents? Was it your society? Was it your first love? Or a really long relationship that really affected you and molded your sense of what love and relationship is? Who got you used to poison and taught you that that is what passion is and that is what love is? Maybe a parent abused you or neglected you and they gaslit you, because why would they take responsibility? A person that takes responsibility like that wouldn't do that in the first place. So instead of taking responsibility, they told you that that's how love is and that they are a good parent and that you just don't understand. And now you seek for that in a partner because, well, that's what love is. And if you get love from that type of person, then that will subside the sense of lack of love from your parents, the parent, or whoever this is. But if you're considering on going back to something that truly hurt you, that was really bad, that had you lose money, lose respect, lose faith, exhaust you, then you have some more healing to do, especially considering how spirit, universe, source, yada yada, is offering you this. But it's so calming and sensible and free of drama and reciprocating and they appreciate you, they see your worth. What's wrong with them? Something must be wrong with them. No. Something is wrong with you being made to believe that the only way for someone to love and appreciate you and be good to you is if they're crazy or stupid. Reminder. Three of Cups. I see you saying no to whatever toxic, destructive thing you might be considering going into now. I see you making sure, asking, verifying the itinerary, the destination of this path. I see you making the broader frequency, kinder to yourself, wiser, victory-oriented decision. And I see that lifting such a burden off your auric field, and it gets you to smile again and to want to interact again and have fun. Seven of Pentacles. And as soon as you do that, you realize, wait, okay, it's better than the latter, but it's better than the former, but it's still not what I'm looking for. You seem to be looking for this. High Priestess, Six of Wands, and the Star. You want love that is felt through your layers. You want to feel it, you want to know it, and you want it to be, and you want it to be deep and truthful and soulful and magical and all that. You don't want to go from one person who was terrible to a lot of people that are fun but meaningless. You want that thing that is package deal. And you're willing to give that up too. So here comes a second no this month. You're saying no to the all of this, and then you're saying no to the fun, lighthearted, meaningless. It was elevating, it was a relief, it was needed. It's still not it. Okay, and there we have Six of Swords and the Empress. Lovely. You're taking some time either with yourself or with possibly family or a loved one to be reminded of who you are and what you want. And you realize that you want something that is both earthly and passionate and sexy and attractive, the Empress, but also the Empress, benevolent, kind, empathic, beautiful on the outside and the inside, balanced, creates, not destroy. These two no's, or this ability to say no more of what hurt me, of what didn't do anything for me, that reroutes the path. And you see the ship here that leads the boat. It's a boat or a little ship, right? That leads to this Empress compared to this impressive big boat, yacht, whatever. So seemingly it's modest, not pretentious. There's no big flags, no hoo-ha. But it gets you there. It gets you straight into an island of safety. It does the actual work that you needed to do, or it is what it is that you actually need. So you choose to say no to flashy and toxic. You choose to say no to flashy and meaningless. And that clears your sight and enables you to see the essence of this when it comes through. You can recognize it because you can tell that there's no holes in it. The destination is quite clear. There's maybe a note on it saying where it's heading to. This isle, this island, whatever. You're like, okay. So it communicates clearly. It's steady and stable. It's not flashy, but it's reliable. And it gets me to the flashiest of the flashiest, something that is not shiny, but is actually a diamond. It just looks rough on the outside. Something about the impression of it made it seem maybe not as what you would think you want or get or used to. I don't know. It's like the difference between plastic beauty and natural beauty, right? No offense on anyone who had any plastic surgery or anything. That's just a way of, difference between someone who has natural, healthy hair, nails, skin, as opposed to someone who's not healthy, has really unhealthy hair, skin, nails, but it's all covered with sprays and makeup and manicures. That's what I'm talking about. If you put them next to the other, the plastic beauty will look prettier. But once they both go to sleep without all any cover and wake up in the morning, guess who's prettier, right? I really love this whole island feel of like, what's the word? It feels like sanctuary, but not like feels like a little piece of heaven. Some of you are going through a very meaningful, big change in your home life. Either you're getting married or you're getting a divorce or you're moving out from with a partner or moving in with a partner. There's something like big transition there. Let's rearrange. Let's do the existential shift rearrangement and see if there's anything else we can come up with. So I'm going to start with the major arcanas. The devil, the high priestess, the star, and the empress. We have one court card, the king of wands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and oh, 2 sevens. 2 sevens and 2 sixes. There we have it. There we have it. I did it. Indeed. What? So sorry. All right. So sorry. I didn't do anything wrong. What? Stop. Hey. It's not funny. It's just weird. We're getting funny, just weird. There's a difference. There's a difference between being funny and being weird. This is just weird. Just weird. Okay. If, that's very specific. It depends on the if. So if you, or maybe you, I don't know, tried to gain something, win something, have something, get something at the expense of another when they weren't looking or weren't paying attention, kind of behind their back kind of thing, and they were trusting. It's like reality will just bring back nothing but resistance to it, and it will all turn not good, and you'll be left out with less than what it is that you started out with. So that was a fair warning just to those of you, if there are those of you that that can apply to. Now, there was a secret here. There was someone that was hiding something from someone. They didn't want them to know, um, but it was theirs to know. The truth has this incredible way of infiltrating through the cracks of the walls of deception. It just has its way. This truth will come about via a maternal figure that is very loving, that will course correct the deceit. There has been or is someone who's trying to rule something that isn't theirs to rule because they believe it belongs to them. But we are going from greed to love. And that process can be quite painful for whoever needs to go through that process because it goes through the high priestess. And the high priestess doesn't do, oh, you must have been confused, you made a mistake, I'm going to let it slide, or I'm going to sweeten the verdict. It's clear, it's precise, it sees through the bullshit of if someone says makes excuses or tries to reason why they did what they did. Um, you know, we can reason anything. The human brain is very gifted when it comes to excusing one's actions because your brain is wired to your survival and success. Um, it will always encourage you to do what it is you're doing because it's not, I mean, it's more complicated than that. Let's say the brain, not so much the mind, but it's more in our lower spheres, right? In our needs. And it's also counting, the given this much, then you need to receive this much. It doesn't have spiritual math, it has material math, right? So even though it often excuses us with logic, it absolutely does not excuse us with spiritual truth. And the high priestess sees right through it. It doesn't matter what the excuses are, what the reasons are that are given. Um, why I had to do it, why da 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 da. If you stole, you stole, right? If you deceived someone for the sake of your gains, you deceived them. If you hid something that belongs to someone from that person, it's what you did, right? So I'm not saying you, maybe someone else, I don't know. This is what is coming through, you place it in your life, okay? But love and generosity of spirit here with the star and the empress and the creative force of life are prevailing this. And the high priestess is going to transmute this toxicity into medicine. But the person responsible for that toxicity is not going to enjoy it. It's going to be a challenging process where they have to face themselves truly for what they did, for who they are. No escaping the mirror. This is King of Wands. The Hangman. He wants to be forgiven. If that's someone in your life that is asking for forgiveness, I can't tell you what to do. It really is very, very specific, case by case situation. They might present their case and explain what happened or how they were thinking that led them to do whatever it is that they're asking for forgiveness. Completely up to you. If it's you asking for forgiveness from someone, I think it will differ. Some of you will receive it, some of you will not, so I can't say in certainty. I'm just getting the general energy here, so I'm not going to bullshit you just for the sake of it. That's what the cards want to show. Respectfully. I'm going to leave it here. If you want to study tarot, check this out. And that's it. Thank you for being here.